Alright, so who might you be, then?
What do you want?
Greetings, citizen. Might I ask your name, friend? I am Thurin, captain of the guard here in Blacklake, good man. And you are? I am called Krael. Pleased to meet you, Krael. You'll have to forgive my mood. I am beset by problems, it seems. What can I do for you? Well, I have some questions about the plague. There's not much I can tell you about the plague, sir. It's all we can do currently to keep Blacklake cordoned off from the rest of the city. I can't say I feel good about it. All those poor souls desperate to get into this area, not even caring that they would spread the disease. I wish I could do something more than not sit here safely. But I suppose I have problems of my own. Alright, are you aware of any strange creature sightings in the area? No. There are some odd creatures at the zoo, but nothing running about loose. I'm sure my men would have reported that. Anything odd happening in the area? Besides the local nobles getting paranoid enough to turn on each other, nothing truly odd, no. Well, now I suppose that's not exactly true. There is something odd that happened, if you want to hear it. Oh, of course, go ahead. Well, beyond trying to keep the plague out of the district, one of my men seems to have disappeared without a trace. I suppose that in itself wouldn't be so odd, considering the times, but I know this man too well. He's an old friend of mine named Samuel, and he wouldn't just leave. Do you know where he was last seen? Samuel was one of my inspectors, my best one in fact. He may have been looking into something, but if he was, he never told anyone what he was doing. I see, any ideas where he could be? I know where he's not. He hasn't reported back to his barracks, and his family hasn't seen him. He also hasn't left Blacklake, not by the gates anyway. Some of my men seem to think Samuel was drunk in some gutter somewhere. The old man drank, certainly, but he's never disappeared. It would take something more to do that. Alright, well, I could look into this for you. Would you? I suppose at this point I can't be too picky about whom I ask for help. If you could look for Samuel, sir, it would be quite a relief. If you find him, tell him to return if he can. At the very least, I would like to be certain of his fate. Alright, I'll find him if I can. Thank you, sir. I can only hope that you find him safe. Alrighty then. Waitress.
What can I get you?
The bartender will take your order. I'm busy. Oh, really? Maybe we'll use some of our charm person spell to maybe get a better price on such orders. Yeah, behind this guy. Hopefully he won't see me. There we go. Hello there, my good man.
Oi, what can I get ya?
Greetings. Got a particular need this fine day? Anything interesting in this tavern? Nothing that needs to be said out loud in the open. Nope, nothing at all. Oh, come on. What harm is there in telling me? Look, if you really want in on what's happening here, you'll have to get a pass from the mercenary and the trader blades. Then we'll talk. Oh, I know what the trade blade is, but I'll see what you have for sale. Merchant's reaction is favorable. Nice. I will sell this dagger. And I will buy a crossbow. A light one. Yeah. For good measure, of course. Nice to have a weapon. Okay. Interesting items he has for sale here. I suppose this is the merchant's quarter after all, but still, most interesting. If I should sell these rods now, because I have the spells for sleep and negative energy, and I don't know, it just seems like they're useful to have. Yeah, I'll keep them. They're just too useful to have for, well, whatever I need. That said, though, do I need the wand of negative energy? Not really, because the spell is much better, so I will sell the wand of negative energy. There we go, for a little extra cash. The wand of sleep is too good, though. It's a very easy way to put enemies to sleep in for me to have them dealt with. Alright, I think that's it for now, and I do have this note I'm going to put in my backpack. There we go, it seems good for now. And crossbow, dagger, torch, scroll, yeah. Everything's good so far. Alright. Let's take a look around then. The zoo has some exotic creatures, he said. This is a bit of a long shot, but I'll check out the zoo. Maybe I'll find a lucky break. It's not likely, though. But if looking for strange creatures, the zoo seems like a decent place to start. If only a hunch. Wrong bottom estate guard. Oh, hello there. Who are you?
I greet you, my child.
I'm sorry, sir. Only guests of Mr. Rumbottom are permitted to pass this point. The guards inside deal harshly with anyone who enters the estate. I want to ask you some questions if you don't mind. I don't get the chance to speak with people all that often. I'm usually caring for Mr. Rumbottom's horse. But he claims to have it, lost it. Now I'm a guard. I'm sorry, I do tend to rabble. What is it you wanted? Who are you? Oh, I'm just watching the door, though I'm not sure why. This isn't my proper job. I care for animals. I am no fighter. The pay ain't worth it. Mr. Rumbottom has become concerned that his security is not up to snuff, so he's thrown a bunch of people at the problem. You should see the brutes inside. Vicious lot. But who am I to question the oh-so-important merchant nobility? Mr. Rumbottom does as he wishes, though I swear I've never swung a sword in my life. Alright, well, back to my other questions. Do you know anything about the Wailing Death? I wish I did. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Worse, I don't know what not to do. People just seem to get it without warning. But that's nothing you haven't heard before, I'm sure. Was there something else? Other questions. Anything interesting going on in Black Lake? I'm sorry. I'm not familiar with this area at all. I usually just tend to the horses, trying to stay out of the way. Old Worthington, the stables, used to know a lot about politics and such, but he died last week. Anything else you need? Never mind. Take care, good sir. Goodbye, then. Don't mind me. Hello. Hodge Estate Guard. Alright.
Hello.
I'm sorry, sir. Only guests of Hodge are allowed to enter his estate. The guards inside are under strict orders. I want to ask you some questions. I'm on duty, so I shouldn't really be chatting, but it gets awful boring just sitting here. Usually I'm cleaning inside. Ask your questions, and I'll do my best to answer them. Well, who are you? I'm just a guard trying to do his duty. Well, actually, I'm not much of a guard. I was the butler, but the door guard fell to the plague. Ugh. So now I'm standing out here pretending that I'm threatening. I don't even think I'm getting paid more for this. Other questions? Do you know anything about the Wailing Death? I only know what everyone's been saying. We're all doomed unless Erebeth and her crew can find a cure. Nothing you haven't heard before, I bet. Was there anything else? Well, anything going on here in Black Lake? Interesting? What would I know about interesting? This is the first time I've been outside in weeks. I'm usually inside, minding and dusting and whatnot. Sorry, I can't help you there. Well, take care then. Goodbye. Do as you will. I am not paid enough to worry about this. Okay. Not all that worried. Beautiful sunset here. Nice pinkish, orangey, purple sky. Millie? Looks like an old woman standing in the street. And who about you? Arian, or... I'm gonna say Arian for this one.
I greet you.
Sorry, sir. Nobody's allowed to into the residence. Very strict orders, you understand. I'm sorry, forgive my ignorance, but who lives here? This is none other than the home of the noble Meldanin, one of the greatest sorcerers in the city. The man enjoys his privacy as well, so you'll do well to keep him on walking. You don't bother him, and he won't bother you. May I ask you something else, then? Oh, fine, fine. Go ahead and ask what you like. Have you heard about any strange creature hereabouts? Lord Meldan has lots of strange creatures. It's sort of a hobby or something. You'd have to be more specific. Maybe he acquired some new creature very recently, say the past 3 days? Well, no. No creatures I can think of. Though there is that, but I shouldn't really mention it. Never mind. No, I want to hear about this creature. Is it dangerous? Never mind. I ain't discussing Lord Modan's business. Alright then, well, take care, good sir. Yes, move along, sir. Fair enough. He's doing his job, how do mine? Right, the zoo. I think that might be it. It's a merchant's shingle after all. Yep, that's the zoo, alright. Montgomery Sure-Shot Weatherson bids you welcome to his animal hold. View these beasts for only 1 gold. Well, fair enough. You may enter. Remember that you are a guest and must abide by the rules of common courtesy. The guards do not listen to excuses. Fair enough. Houseguard. Keep your manners while here. Your gold buys you a look and that's it. You should feel privileged that we work to stay open around the clock in these dangerous times. Oh, very well. Keep an eye out for this, and, a locked door, and a tunnel, so start over here. May as well keep a looky here. What's in this cage? Ah, a wolf. There we go. Nope. There. An icon of rugged individualism, yet renowned for its ability to hunt in packs. The noble wolf is an animal of both mystique and power. Indeed so. Hello there, little one. Enjoying the zoo? Hope so. What about this one? A lion. Known as the king of cats. The lion is large, fierce, and regal. A confident hunter, it attacks swiftly and with crushing force. Hello there, sir.
Yes? Do make it quick.
Get lost. Can't you see I'm spending a day with the family? Stare right into its eyes, boys. Show no fear. I'm sorry, my lord, but can I ask you some questions? Most certainly not. I don't waste my time with guards or the rabble. Go protect some wench. I don't need you here. Fine, farewell. Yes, just go. Wow. Alright, well. That's to you, then. Panther. Black as a Cholton night, and just as deadly. These sleek cats attack from the shadows, disappearing back into them once the hunt is through. Very menacing indeed. Here's the end of it, huh? A brown bear. More aggressive and carnivorous than the smaller black bear, brown bears are commonly considered to be very bad-tempered and territorial. What do we have here?
Hello there.
A fine collection. Reminds me of my days with the Adaron Aces, I tell you. We would wrangle the biggest, meanest, what was it we hunted? Boar! That was it. Nasty things. Ah, those were the days. These beasts here look a bit underfed, though. Not much challenge here. Not like the old days. Never dared to put things in cages back then. These beasts look cowed, frightened. What's the honor in a fight with one of these things? Well, it's a zoo. You don't wrestle the animals. Can I ask you some questions? Yes, sir. Not like the old days. Not at all. Hello? Can you hear me? Things used to be very different. Very different. Okay, you're senile. What about you?
Welcome to you.
I wish we didn't have to come here so often. But since the plague, Billiam hasn't been able to take take the boys hunting. Not that I mind. So much blood. May I ask you some questions? Oh, please no. I'm not in the mood to talk. It's bad enough I'm even here, but Billiam, he insists the children come. Well, very well, I'll take my leave then. Fare you well in this difficult time. Alright, well, the zoo is a bust. Not that I didn't expect to find anything of great consequence here, but, you know, still. Have to be hopeful, right? Have to be hopeful. And, let's press on. So... It's dark now. Again, these guards are here. Oh, hush, dog, I'm not worrying. Oh yeah, what about this lady? He became rich from our labor. It's only fair that we should not be left to starve. Oh, I'll listen for a bit. Is the plague not enough? Need we starve as well? Maldanon thinks so. I'll keep listening for a bit, see what she has to say. Maldan has locked himself away, playing with his magical beasts. It's time for him to come out and pay his due. Pay with his hide. Alright, well.
I don't recognize you. Are you one of the nobles from here in Black Lake? Regardless, you do see that Meldanon should be forced to give up his stores, don't you?
It is, after all, the duty of the people to watch over their own. What say you? I'm sorry, I'm new here. I'm only a little familiar with Meldanon. Who is he to you? You don't know about Meldanon? Well, you must not be from around here, that's for certain. Meldanon is a vicious and evil little man. He does whatever he pleases in Black Lake because he has two things, magic and power. He kidnaps people for experiments and has all sorts of magical abominations in his estate, and all the other nobles pretend not to notice. Do you have proof of this, or are you just fear-mongering? Well, I won't, and I'm not intimidated by him. His merchant house has been hoarding foods and goods for years in this district, and he should be forced to give it up whether he likes it or not. How do you know there's an actual hoard? You talk like that's in question. Meldanon has never denied the fact, and everyone in Black Lake knows that it's true. He keeps a warehouse near here locked up so tight with spells and wards, there's no hope of access without the proper key. Otherwise, the city would have stormed it long ago, I'm sure. Everyone's too frightened of Meldanon to do anything about it, however. So much easier to sit behind these walls and pretend like there's no plague at all. Goodbye. So you're just going to let this continue? I can't believe it. Go on, then. Lead me to my task. Yeah.
I greet you.
I can't believe how she's going on about the sorcerer. She'll get us all killed.
I greet you.
Foolish girl. Someone should shut her up, I say.
Yes? Do make it quick.
Meldanon is not to be trifled with. He's the wealthiest and most powerful noble in the district, and a sorcerer too, I hear. Well, even what she says is true. Well, then talk to the guards, really. Well, I suppose I am a guard, actually, so I guess I can't say that much. You there.
I greet you.
I'm not doing that voice. You can't make me do it. Oops. Let's talk to this guard instead. Please?
I greet you.
That's better. Who might you be? I don't recognize you. Are you aware this district is off limits to all but the residents and the city guards? I'm a member of the guard working for Erebeth. Right, I remember now. My apologies, my lord. Can't be too careful with folks getting desperate and all. I'll tell the other patrolmen about you to be sure. Can I ask you some questions? I'd be happy to answer a question or two, my lord. What do you know about the plague here? Not much more than anyone else, thankfully. Patrolling here in Black Lake has its advantages after all. Any strange events that you can think of? Nothing to do with the plague, no. We haven't been getting much news here since we closed the district off. Right, no signs of plague at all? There's been a couple of incidents, but we've quarantined them right away, so no outbreaks, thankfully. No idea how long that'll last, though. Is there something else you wanted to know? Take care then, goodbye. Fare you well, my lord. Well, so far a whole lot of nothing. Seems like the one who might have answers is Meldanon, but he seems shut in. I can't exactly just go storming into his house. The guard won't let me in, I can't really get in meetings, so I don't know. There's also cases of a missing guard, and no one seems to even care or know about it. What's a little girl doing out here by herself at night? You there.
Hi.
Hi there. You nice? You look nice. Mama says lots of people aren't nice. Maybe even downstairs. Little one, you shouldn't be outside. It's dangerous. I suppose. But Mama doesn't mind. She says people get sick at home and work at the church. So what's wrong with me being in the street? Besides, she was mad again because I went behind the bookcase. She says it's not good to be there. Yeah, goodbye. Okay, goodbye and stuff. Yeah, okay, well. Fare ye well, strange little girl. Why are you in the street? Or the stream, rather. Hush, dog. Alright, well, so far a whole lot of nothing to be found here, it would seem. Someone trying to start a riot, a zoo, and some nobles, but I don't have any other leads to really go on. Excuse me, Captain Harn. Wiping out. Let's head back to the city core here. The Black Lake, I can't explain the lack of plague there. And if there is a cure, the nobles are playing secret about it very well. Unfortunately, I can't really... I mean, you know, I have no reason to storm their homes looking for a cure. I mean, I just don't have enough evidence to do anything about anything. So, for now, I have to leave Black Lake alone. But I do have this note I can give to Fenthic. I suppose the other lead then is the Beggar's Nest, which we have heard...
There are many rumors, and I would not like to give you any false leads. However, there is something that seems reliable. There are unsettling reports coming from the Beggar's Nest. Some say the corpses of plague victims are coming back as the undead. That might be worth investigating.
Alright, where'd I come in from? Ah, I was over here. That's where the door is to Fenthic and the others. There they are. Fenthic.
Hello again, and well met as always. Is there something I may do for you?
I thought you might be interested in this note. What do we have here, It seems the plague was unleashed on us by some greater plot. We may have worse trials ahead of us than the Wailing Death. What could be worse than the Wailing Death, Fenthic? I fear Krael is trying to trick you with this so-called evidence of some grand conspiracy. I will shiv you in your sleep, Destler. This is no trick. So you say. But anyone can write up a note, Krael. Perhaps you thought you could use this slip of paper to pry a reward from Fenthic. Please, Destler, I hardly think Krael is the kind of man to do such a thing. I think this bears further investigation at the very least. Rest assured that I intend to follow every lead in my efforts to find out who is behind the suffering of Neverwinter. You have done well to bring this to me, Krael. It is an honor to serve Neverwinter, Fenthic. We are lucky to have a man like you to help us in this matter, Krael. Please accept 300 gold pieces as a reward for your actions. Wow. Thank you, Fenthic. You are very generous. Anything else you need? I'll be going now. Blessings of Tyr be upon me. Very well. So, more money. I don't see no to it. Just doing my job like Erebeth commanded. So, the only other lead really is the Beggar's Nest. Alright. Let's make our way towards there. I'm thinking if there's anything else I could use or need. Where is it anyway? Where is Beggar's Nest? Ah, there it is. Southeast. Very well. Once again, a really big tree. Really big tree. Balarian. Alright. More corpses. Piles of them. Ugh. People outside. Menno.
Hello.
Krael Ironpike. I have heard about what you're doing in Neverwinter. I am sure you'll sort the Beggar's Nest in no time. Oh, I'm sorry, give me a moment. The smell of burning corpses is getting to me, as if the plague isn't bad enough on its own. And now that Beggar's Nest is even worse. Have you heard? It's a nightmare in there. Zombies are everywhere. We're keeping the city core secure, but damned if we can't do much with the nest. Alright, the area is secure, right? You want anyone in or out? As a guard, you will be allowed to pass. Other than that, we've tried to keep it sealed. The plague is worse than the nest, and now there's undead. The zombie threat is keeping people in their homes, so there haven't been many confrontations between the guards and the people trying to break quarantine. The Hellamites were allowed in to establish a shrine. I hear they continue to grant blessings. I doubt they counted on undead infestation, though. Is there anywhere I should go specifically? There's a tavern, the Shining Serpent. It's in the south central of the Beggar's Nest. Harbin Ashensmith is there, organizing people. I see. And who is this Ashensmith? He's a friend of the guards. I'm not sure of his official rank. He doesn't like to use it much. He prefers to stand with the rank and file. He'll be able to give you more information than I can. If he's still alive, that is. I see. Well, farewell then. Wish me luck. I will. But I don't hold out much hope for the district. It's the worst hit by the plague, and now the undead are killing everything. Again, here, before I head in, we'll talk about the district a bit. We've heard that there are undead around the district before, but what's most fascinating is because we've heard that people who are felled by the plague cannot be resurrected by, well, divine magics. Yeah, everybody said that herself. So what's most interesting is that there are zombies. What's causing zombies? Presumably the same effect that stops people from being resurrected by divine means stops them from coming back as a zombie. Maybe. Maybe it's an effect of prolonged exposure to the plague. If you were affected with it too much, you become a zombie? I'm not sure. We do know the plague started here, so it's definitely a good spot to investigate. Let's do just that then, shall we?